What's up, guys? This is the network back with another video, and today we are talking about REO properties, also known as bank-owned properties. This is a lane that a lot of people sleep on, but if you understand it the right way, you can pull real value out of it. So let's break it down step by step so everyone is on the same page. Foreclosure is a three-phase process, and the last phase is when a property goes up for auction and nobody buys it. That is when it reverts back to the bank. And at that point, it is now called an REO property, meaning real estate owned by the lender instead of a private seller. In the month of July, lenders repossessed 3,866 properties across the United States. That is a lot of opportunities floating around, and if you break it down by state, you see where the heat is. Texas had 377 REOs, California had 360, Florida had 241, Michigan had 236, and Illinois had 223 just for that 1 month. Now, if you zoom in on cities, Chicago led with 139, New York City had 120, Detroit came in with 101, Houston had 95, and Los Angeles had 77. So if you are located in or near those markets, this is definitely worth paying attention to, because that is a heavy concentration of distressed property moving back to banks. The big question is, where do you actually find these deals? And the answer is, you do not need to reinvent the wheel. You can start with HUD, homestore.gov. That is where HUD-owned properties are listed. You can also check homepath.com, which is Fannie Mae, homesteps.com, which is Freddie Mac, and then you have bank-specific sites like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Truist that all list their own REO inventory. The VA also lists properties at vrmproperties.com, and those are VA repossessions, so you have multiple official sources you can check right from your laptop. And here's the strategy part. Most people just scroll those sites like Zillow, and that is where they lose, because REOs are all about negotiation. The bank already lost money on that property. They want to get it off their books, so you do not go in thinking sticker price. You go in understanding that you can use financing like FHA, conventional FHA 203K if you want to rehab it, or even hard money and private money if you are trying to flip fast. The tool you use depends on the exit play also, and this is important. You always get an inspection. Just because it is a bank-owned property does not mean it is a good deal, as is. The inspection gives you leverage to negotiate even harder. The banks expect that, and they will move on numbers when you show them paperwork backing your offer. Now let me break down why. The network even talks about lanes like this because the same way with credit flips or iPhone plays or loan methods, opportunities move like stocks. Sometimes REOs are the quickest way to double up. Sometimes it is another lane. But the trend is always clear because the network tracks the data, talks to thousands of people every month, and sees what is working right now. That is why when the network tells you the Freedom Package is the move, it is not random. It is because it is the fastest way to flip money back today. And that strengthens the trend for everyone in the community. And remember, the Freedom Package is limited. It is not something you can just grab whenever you feel like it. You need to message the network directly on Discord to see if there is a spot open. Availability gets posted daily in the Discord chat, but spots go quick, so do not sleep on that. Everything we talk about here is for educational purposes, only if you need real help. Do not go to Telegram because it is not reliable anymore message. The network directly on Discord for one-on-one guidance. And if you want daily updates, tap in with the Instagram. That is instagram.com/the network link. Before we wrap this up, I have to mention Patreon. It is only $50 a month right now, and anybody who joins at that price is locked in for life, even when prices go up later. Every single YouTube video has a full method breakdown attached inside Patreon, so if you are watching this on YouTube, you are only getting half the play. That is it for today, guys. Stay locked in with the network, and I will see you in the next one.